Welcome to Flippy James Disc Golf. My name is James. Happy you're here. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the MVP Panic. Is it MVP? Just kidding. It's from Axiom. I really didn't look at that before I drove here to make this video. So unless you're new to disc golf or you've been living under a rock, someone's had to have made that joke before. Simon Lizotte just announced that he went to MVP from Discmania. I watched Simon's latest video of him throwing all of his new discs from MVP, and I don't really know a whole lot about the company and all their discs and all their molds, but I know a lot of people that I play with regularly, they throw a lot of MVP made stuff. Now me personally, I only throw two discs made by MVP that are in my bag. Those are the Panic and the Envy. This Panic is a little bit beat up. I've used it for quite a while. There's some scuff marks, some dents, it's hit some trees, but it's a very overstable disc, and even with all these different marks on it, it still flies very true to the numbers. I usually throw this disc for forehand flex lines, or if I'm trying to get out of the woods or I'm in a tight spot. So we're here at hole 1 at my home course in Sullivan, Missouri, and when I first started playing disc golf, I would always throw an overstable forehand down this lane here. The basket's just over 300 feet, and that was kind of like my best chance of getting it down there. Since then, I've learned I take a backhand gap down this right side, and so we're gonna start off by throwing both of those different ways with the Panic and show you how it flies. That disc almost always skips at the end. About 20 feet short from pin high, I'm now gonna throw it backhand, let it flex, and then try and get a nice flare skip. This hole and the last hole that's gonna be in this video are both holes that I use the Panic on and try and get it to skip in. This one is much longer, so of course that means the ace is cooler. Little bit too high, but the line was right. It came back down on too much of an angle for it to skip and kind of just did a little bounce, and so next time. This course was actually the very first video I made. I did a course review of this course. It's 9 holes. It's fun seeing how my game has changed from then until now. So this is the most difficult hole on this course, and I normally don't throw this disc for it, but you can use this for spike hyzers, and so I probably shouldn't do this on the second hole of the video in case I lose it, because there's a very good chance of it going in the water. But we're gonna risk it. Now there are gaps you can hit, and you can take a forehand route on the left side, obviously if you're right-handed. If you're very confident in your forehand, I am most of the time, this hole just gets me. So we're gonna try the spike hyzer over the trees and try and get a tombstone. Very safe play. Get it high enough. You know it's gonna come straight down. It's not gonna flip at all. I actually might change my throw now on this hole. If you didn't notice, I'm not putting while doing this review. I don't think it's necessary, at least for this video. This is another hole that I throw a backhand on, but for this disc specifically, there is a forehand line that you can flex it through the trees. It's kind of a safer play if you really trust your disc because there is water on the left. It's about 300 feet downhill. The elevation changes about midway, and there's a low ceiling, so it's kind of a touchy shot. And so if you can have better placement with your forehand, this might be the shot for you on here. And other holes similar to this one, there is someone down there, and so I'm gonna have to wait a minute. It's really hard to get the basket and the shape of the disc on this shot, and so you're gonna see the shape of the disc because I think that's why you're watching the video. But I am gonna zoom in a little bit. This does have the chance to skip in. Too high again. So like I said, very safe shot to take on this hole if you want to avoid the water. So that shot was a little higher than what I intended it for it to be, and normally I rethrow my shots when they're not as exactly planned, but the main point I wanted you to see was the overstability of the disc. Even though it was a little high, and of course that's going to make the disc more overstable, it's still, it's a cow. We're at what I like to call the throw every disc in your bag for fun hole. This is where you're going to really get to see the disc flex out backhand. I do have this Destroyer in my bag. We're gonna try and do a little quick comparison with that. Not sure if the tree cut that off. Maybe I should move you. It went way farther and not as overstable. You know what, for fun, here's a tilt. Tilt is so much fun. The plan is to film more MVP and Axiom made stuff. So if there's a disc specifically that you want to see a review of, let me know in the comments. I am picking up 3 Craves tomorrow and all different plastics. So it's going to be kind of a MVP plastics explain video, but also a Crave review. Maybe turn them into 2 different videos. I'm not sure. And then I'm getting my hands on a glitch. If there's anything else that you think I should throw or make a video of, let me know in the comments. And on the way down there, if you're enjoying this video, hit subscribe, it's free. This has never happened before. 2 holes left, and on this one, if you couldn't have guessed it by now, this is also another hole I don't throw this disc on. Anything past these first set of trees on my left is good for the most part. You can take a flick shot, you can take a backhand anhyzer shot. It depends where you're at, obviously. Again, this isn't a course review, this is a disc review. Let's see how it flies. Didn't take it as far left as I wanted. Also not on as much angle as I wanted. It's also not the disc I throw in this hole. But if you're looking for something super overstable, this is probably your disc. Last hole, we're gonna try and end this video with an ace. Not for me, for you all, the viewers, because I love you. In my opinion, if you're looking for an overstable disc in your bag, not one that's for like a bomber super long shot, unless you watch the Big Money Skins match, James Conrad threw one of these on the last round into a headwind. It went so far. But if you're like me and don't have an arm like that, then this is probably gonna be a great disc for you. I like it. It's been in my bag ever since I got it. This one is in the Neutron plastic. It feels good. I like the overmold. Let's see if we can get this a shot. Oh, man. Well, it's under the basket. I'm gonna go back and get it one more shot. When I walk down to get it, there's a lot more leaves on the ground and they're like this deep, so I don't know if we're gonna be able to skip this in. You know, there aren't as many leaves on the left side. Do it. Oh. If this video helped you decide if the Panic is for you or not, please give it a like, subscribe, and join the Flippy fam so you don't miss out on future videos. Speaking of videos, YouTube thinks you should watch this one right here.